computer the basic. Do you know about computer, right? Nowadays, everywhere, every industry, there is use of computer, like engineering, healthcare, education, finance. Everywhere there is computer. I will tell you a simple example about the use of computer. Can you imagine in a shopping mall, a cashier without computer? He has to write everything. Suppose one item, it's okay, he can make the bill. But 30 item, 50 item, he has to write everything, quantity and the price and the total amount. It will take more time. How many customers he need to serve a day? So it will take too much time. Because of computer, he just need to scan a barcode which sticked on the item. It will give you the item description and price. He just need to enter how much the quantity will be. And he can remaining process you know already. When the customer is giving the cash, he can enter the how much he gives, and the computer will tell him that how much balance he has to pay back. This is the thing. So I am going to the introduction of the computer. The word computer is derived from the Latin word computere, which means to calculate. The second thing you know already, it's an electronic device. This is not a kids class. Everybody knows this is an electronic device. This thing maybe some of you don't know. Computer was originally a job title. It was a designation before, like accountant, engineer, doctor. It was a designation in the office. The person who is a computer, he was computing all arithmetical calculation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division from morning to evening. He is doing this job. You know, can you imagine there is a chance for mistake, right? If human being is doing these things, he cannot hold the load for this one. So then they were finding for a solution for this one. Then abacus came for addition and subtraction only. This is abacus. Then invented Napier-Bones. This is multiplication using addition. Through addition we can do multiplication. That is from this table. And this is a gear-driven calculating program. See, the symbol for arithmetical calculation, they are inventing these things, gear-driven calculator. This is for arithmetical calculation only. That is invented by Blaise Pascal on Hollerith disk. This is another type of calculating machine. And this is the difference engine. This brings the change in computer development. Like difference engine he invented by Charles Babbage, and then he invented this one, analytical engine, the second one. Because difference engine he made the things, but he could not complete that one. The problem was almost 10 years he spent for this project and a lot of money. The government gave a lot of money to him, but he could not complete. And analytical engine also same. He has the concept, but he could not make it complete because he died after he could not complete. And his son or somebody completed this one. And the concept which he had is the same, matching the concept of nowadays computer. That's why he is the father of computer, Charles Babbage. See the computer Mark I. First digital computer, this one. See the size, the whole room. And this is not completely a digital computer. There is some mechanical device also, like switches, relays, rotating shafts and clutches. Everything is there. See the size. See the size of the laptop now. And this is the IBM Stretch. Another computer is the first generation computer. And ENIAC is, it was using vacuum tube to store the information. And for the program, he need to remove the cable and he will need to put somewhere else, then program again, then remove again, then program. See, this much big it is. This is a UNIVAC computer, first commercially made personal computer, this one. It was for storage, it was using magnetic tape, like a magnet it was using, like same like our hard disk today. Then invented the transistor, integrated circuits. You saw the big room with computer. All this information we can include in a small chip, and they design with the support of some machines, advanced machines. Then they build this integrated circuit, and Integrated circuits, it's replaced with transistors. Transistors means it can hold a single value. Computer, you know already that it knows only bit. One is the bit, like zeros and ones. One value it can hold, binary digit, it can binary digit. 0 or 1. 0 means off, 1 means on. Like that, it's saving everything, movie, whatever it is, data, documents, email, whatever it is saving like 0 and 1. Then Intel invented microprocessor. This is the brain of the computer. Suppose if you giving two numbers for addition, you will give the instruction to the computer, this number I need to add. The processor will give you the result. You have to give the instruction, then you have to give the inputs, two numbers, then it will give you the output. Microprocessor, the name means it is small, that's why microprocessor. All the circuit is designed inside the integrated circuit. This is also integrated circuits. This is Apple's computer, first computer, Apple one. See this? Then IBM PC.
Which is this?
This is actually, I don't know which one it is. This is a picture I got from there. This is Apple Macintosh. First one. And I am going to the basics of the computer.
Corrections.
Okay. We can according to the modern way, we can divide computer in hardware and software, right? The physical components, like the touchable components, we can say hardware. Touchable. Like in accounts, tangible and intangible asset. See, this is all touchable objects. CPU, keyboard, monitor, printer, hard disk, and storage. These are the touchable objects, so you can call it hardware. Hardware we can divide it into input unit, output unit, storage unit, and the central processing unit. I will tell you what is input unit. Whatever the input you are giving to the computer, that are input unit. Keyboard, numeric keyboard, pointing device, remote control, joystick, touch screen, scanner, everything. Scanner is also input unit because we are scanning the document into the computer. That's why input unit. Webcams, typing. See, these two are input unit. This is the storage, USB. This is output. Because when it's printing, the output is coming like this. Then you can see the platform on the desktop on the screen. This is a central processing unit. When you are giving on an input, it will go to the central processing unit and it will process and show you the result through the output unit. See here, a clear picture this one. See the peripherals, input giving input and output is going through the speaker. If you are playing music, output is coming through the speaker and peripheral. Monitor and printer. This is a central processing unit, as I told you before. This is doing all the processing in the computer. This thing, clock speed of the computer. You can see in the some brochures of the electronic shop, like Intel processor 2.4 gigahertz. You can see these things, right? Gigahertz means 2.5 billion per second. That means 1 hertz means 1 cycle. 1 cycle of the clock. So 2 billion cycle he can make. Suppose some process it need to take 10 cycle or 15 cycle, maybe some more big process it need 15 cycle like this. This is depends on the processing speed. See, the faster the clock, the more instruction the CPU can execute. The hertz is more, he can execute, the processor can execute more instructions. Memory. There is primary memory and secondary memory. I will give you an example. Primary memory, suppose you are in the office, your office table is a primary memory. Suppose this is a file you are keeping in the shelf, and whenever you need, you are going to the shelf and taking to the table, right? Then you are working, right? So shelf we can say the hard disk, the secondary memory, and this is the primary memory. Whenever you need something, you will take in. That's the difference. Primary memory we can see random access memory. Why its name RAM means randomly we can access the thing. Suppose if your file is here, you don't need to go like this. You can go directly to this. That's a random access memory. But this is a volatile memory. Volatile memory means once you switch off the computer, the data will go. That's why everybody is saying that you need to save the data before shutting down the computer. See, random access, this is sequential access. If your data is in the fourth row, you can come directly to the fourth row. This is sequential access. Hard disk, I told you, this is a magnetic storage device. Why its name is hard disk? Because it can store more information and more data, more capacity. This has. RAM is ROM. ROM, you know? Read-only memory. ROM means read-only memory. You know the computer motherboard? Motherboard is a device which connecting all the devices with the central processing unit. All the devices like a pen drive, or keyboard, mouse, every devices which is connecting to the motherboard, we are connecting to the motherboard, and it's going, connecting. Motherboard is the one which is connecting all the devices with the central processing unit. And ROM is the program, a small program. ROM is a small program which is running on the, which is saved in the motherboard as a chip. When you are switching on the computer, the computer is reading this program and loading, checking all the devices. There is any problem with the device, keyboard or mouse. When we are waking up, we are doing like this, right? We are stretching our legs, stretching our hand like this. Same like when you switch on the computer, it's checking all the devices, all the components are working or not, and it will give you the, it will show you the result, like a keyboard problem or mouse problem will not show, keyboard problem it will show. Then it will load the operating system problem. Operating system I will tell you.
That's called POST.
Yeah,
Power
this
on
is called,
self-test.
yeah, power on self-test. It's called POST. Software we can divide operating system and application software. Operating system you know already. Windows 7, Windows 8, and 10. This is for Microsoft. There is Linux. There is Macintosh, Apple Macintosh, Macintosh 10 OS. Operating system, what it gives is it's control all the devices and all the application inside the computer, and it's giving you the platform, the desktop, to manage all the devices and all the applications. Application programs you know already, Word, Excel, all the application. This is operating system. See, it's communicating with the. See, it's giving information, taking information from the application and giving information to the application, and reading and writing from the disk, and taking input from the mouse and giving output to the printer, and taking input from the keyboard and giving output to the monitor. This is the way the operating system is controlling the, I will show you the picture again. Operating system is controlling all the devices. When it's going to the application, you know application. Application is a specific job. Each application has a Word. It's for Word processing, right? Excel, you can do calculation. And accounting software, you can do accounts. You don't need to. You just need to enter the daily transactions only. The software will prepare for you the profit and loss account and balance sheet, everything. Yeah. Application has a specific purpose.
But tell me, what is kernel? Kernel is what?
Kernel is the main program which is giving, controlling all the devices in the computer. The main program for the OS.
That's not operating, part of operating.
It's a
Yeah,
part
it's a
of
part of
operating
operating
system.
yeah.
It's a control center for the operating system.
Yeah.
Control system, kernel system for the operating.
Yeah.
Yes.
KERNEL.
Yes. Yeah. The kernel basically it actually store all the primary instruction informations, whether how to control how much memory to take it from the memory with the random ROM or RAM, or how much processing power is required. The kernel control everything.
So it's basically the kernel
Yeah.
controls the operating system.
Yes, kernel is a control set of the operating system.
Control setup, but it's a part of the
Is
operating
it a standardized thing for all the things, or it's customized with each particular operating system?
Yeah, different. There is a standard flavor of kernel: Linux kernel, Unix kernel, Windows kernel.
It changes with the basic thing.
Yeah, it's kernel. It's a standard set. It is a C level program. In a program, it's a C level program thing. It's a program basically.
And within Windows also, from the beginning to the end, is it the same kernel or it's revised kernels?
It's the same kernel, but there is a variations are there.
Each version there will be
It was that word for the first time.
Yeah, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. Each time they will improve the coding of the kernel. So
But the basic theme is the same.
Yes.
because why I didn't go deep into that, because some of the people maybe cannot understand this. What
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But I think we should.
Yeah. Before I told you, right, binary is the binary language computer is using. Zeros and ones it's using. It don't know any other language. When you are saving movies, music, documents, everything, it's storing as binary digits. It don't know any other language. So I will show you some information. See, 1 bit. 1 bit means it can hold one alphabet or one number. It can hold.
One small correction. When you say bit, it's a small b. The bytes is a capital B. There is a story behind the bits and bytes. So defining when you internet speed is Mbps,
Yeah.
MB is a small b.
Yeah.
So it's a bits per second, not
Okay.
bytes per second.
Bytes per second. Okay. Thank
8 bit is a 1 byte.
you. Yeah. That I am going to do. I am going to say that.
Sorry.
By the weight of information in binary. 8 bit is usually 1 byte. Rajita, what he said? See, bit rate. Zeros and ones. Computer only knows zeros and ones. 8 bits 1 byte. 1024 bytes is 1 kilobyte. And 1024 kilobytes is 1 megabyte. And 1024 megabytes is 1 gigabyte. That is GB. 1024 gigabyte, 1 terabyte. Now terabyte is there.
After terabyte, there are a lot of petabyte, tetrabyte.
It's interesting that the entire fundamentals of everything starts with B. Bit, boson,
Yes.
Yeah.
universe boson. No, most of the
That's a physics.
most fundamental things, some of them start with B.
And one more information I will tell you that core, dual core, octa core. Anybody know this? Core means suppose processor already. You saw the picture. Processor. Dual core means there will be 2 design of the processor. 2 design. So processor whatever identical. Yeah. Whenever you instruction giving, this 2 core will handle the information. It will be more faster. There is dual core. Octa core means 4 core. 4
They do
processors.
it separately or they share the work.
No, they will share
Depend upon application, they share the work.
I'm sorry, I'm just asking the business.
No, sure. I'm from IT. So I cannot speak on because his presentation, but I complimenting him.
Okay.
So basically, the core is the same instruction set. It's a double. Say single core. Initially, the starting is single core. In 2009 and 99, they become with a double core. Then there's something called hyper-threading. It's actually virtually they make it 2. So means instruction so fast, so they can take multiple application take to the load. But application speciality, it create multiple, like some applications support single core, single processing. Some application have multi-threading, multi-processing. So it takes 2.
Threading is processing.
Yes. Multi-thread. So it use 2 processor. That's all.